Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then welcome back. If you have not already, please be sure to subscribe down below and give this video a thumbs up. In today's video, I decided I wanted to do a digital bullet journal because I got my iPad. So here I am opening up Procreate so that I can make a custom page for my new digital bullet journal. It was not big enough there, so I had to turn it and I had to go a lot slower, but I liked the way that it looked better. So here I am just writing hunters, and the S was too big, so I had to make it smaller. And then I'm doing bullet journal, and I'm doing like a long hold to make sure that all the letters are like straight, which is why it looks like it's taking me so long to do this. But if you use Procreate, then you know what I'm doing. And then of course I have to, make sure it's centered and everything. So that's what's happening here. And then when I got finished, I saved it as a PNG and then imported onto GoodNotes right there and added a photo. And then the first page I already did. So now let's go ahead and create the calendar for the first page of the bullet journal. I was trying to decide what I wanted to do. I had to count to make sure that I knew how many squares there were. And then I made sure to turn on the feature that is like the shape feature so that the lines would be straight. Then I had to figure out how many spaces I had to have in between each one. And I love doing this digitally because I was able to go like undo stuff instead of having to just straight up erase stuff, which was so much easier. And then of course I went and cleaned up the corners, made sure that everything was touching, and then I added the days of the week. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all the days, you know the days. And then I went through and made sure that the days of the week were actually centered. And I love that I can select it and just move it on over. So much easier than doing it on paper. And then I started with the days of the month. So I just went 1 through whatever. I had to figure out how many squares. I wanted these to be like perfect squares. So I made sure that there were 5 cubes across and 5 cubes down. Obviously, I didn't make enough lines, so I had to add 1 more so that I could finish off the month. Then I went through and I erased the bottom part because I did not want it to be like this. And obviously, like the way the letter, this was really annoying to me. I don't know why I did this, but I just went ahead and connected all the lines so that there wouldn't be like weird spaces. And then I don't like for there to be squares where the days are when there's not actual days. It just feels like a waste to me. So I don't know. I like it looking like that better. And then I selected everything and just moved it down so that I could use the top half of the page to write the word October. And I wanted to highlight the days, but I couldn't decide how I wanted to do it. So obviously I had to redo it a couple of times. And then I wanted to highlight the letters or the numbers of the days. And then while I was doing that, I went ahead and wrote in all of the things that happened that week, or that month. So I decided to do Halloween, and I added a jack-o'-lantern here. I wish there was like a color drop feature on GoodNotes so that I can not have to like manually color it all in, but that's not an option, at least not that I know of. If there is, please let me know. And then I added all the things that are happening this month. So I'm having surgery this month, and I have to do a pre-surgery COVID test, and then I have a hair appointment, and then I have to work on a Saturday. So then I decided that I was going to use the brush pen option on here to write October 2020, and then I went to Pinterest to find Halloween quotes because I wanted to put something else there, but I wasn't sure what I wanted. This page really didn't have as many options as I thought it would, but I found this website that ended up having like a bunch of letterboard options, which I thought was really cute. So I decided to scroll down to the Halloween ones, and I picked something. And I just wrote it out. Weekend plans, hocus pocus and chill. LOL, I thought that was cute. And so then on the next page, I decided to do my habit tracker. And I love that I can just resize it so I can make it as big as I want to and then just move it wherever I want to. And then I decided to do books read at the bottom. I like to keep track of the books that I read, so that's what I did there. I decided to track my meds, if I work out, if I read my Bible, if I made my bed, and if I took my vitamins, and then if I did not take melatonin. This is really random, but I decided that I want to stop taking melatonin at night, but it's really hard for me to go to sleep without it, so I really want to try to go to sleep without it, so that's kind of why that's as a habit on there. But for the days, I just decided to write it out one time and then copy and paste it all the way down so that I wouldn't have to write 1 through 31 like 6 times. And I love this option. It's so much faster. And then I just drew a line in between. I didn't want to draw a line in between each number because I felt like it would look too messy. So I just did this and then I highlighted the actual habits that I wanted to keep. And then I wanted to add just the pumpkin, but that didn't work because it was a photo that was saved that way. So I just moved it over, put it in the corner, and got rid of the word October. And then for books read, I just have title, I have author and dates. And then I went and highlighted the word title, author, and dates. And then I wanted to do something that was Halloween related, and I had made something before, but I couldn't find it. This is what I'm doing. I was looking for it in Procreate. So I decided to just change or save the color that I took from the other thing and made a new little graphic, cozy reading, because the fall is pretty cozy and I really like the watercolor brush that I used. So I just made it really small and put it over there in the corner just as an extra little graphic thing. And then I was going to look up some inspiration from Pinterest, but then I even saved the picture and I opened it in, or I tried to open it into Procreate, but then I decided that I should just go to unsplash.com, which is a copyright-free website for photos. So all of the photos that go up there are copyright free and you don't have to pay for them and you can use them for whatever you want to and you will not get like fined for it or anything. So I put the picture of the pumpkins at the top and then I decided to move on to the next page, and this one was a little bit of a struggle for me because I didn't know how many dots were on the way down and I didn't want to put the full week. I didn't want to do Sunday through Saturday. I just wanted to do Thursday, Friday, and Saturday because the first day of October is on a Thursday. So I just wrote out all the days first, how I wanted them to be, and then I moved them around. So that's what these little dots on the side are, me counting how many dots there were. And then I just went ahead and moved the days of the week accordingly. And I figured that I would just do all the days and I could copy and paste it for the rest of the weeks and then just erase Sunday through Wednesday for the first week. And I do feel like I made Friday and Saturday, like the space for Friday, really small, but that's okay. And I couldn't decide how I wanted to like embellish this. So I had plans. I was going to do these little squiggly lines and then I didn't like it. So then I was going to try that and I didn't like that either. So I just decided to move them all over to the next pages and add their numbers. And then I would go back and figure out what I wanted to do to embellish it later. So here I am just doing that for the rest of the month. And then I decided I wanted to use a highlighter for all of these pages, but I didn't want it to all be orange. So I tried to pick that colors that were like Halloween associated. So we've got purple. This was supposed to be more of a fallish color. And then I chose this as a more fall-y color. And then I picked green because I feel like that's kind of associated with it. And I really liked the idea I had with this, where it goes all the way across. So trying to find the matching colors for the rest of the weeks were a little bit of a struggle, but I just started with the first week and did my best. And also next time, I think I'm going to do a better job of making sure that each day the spacing is correct, because as you can see, like with the lines, the Friday is a lot smaller than the other days and I don't need Sunday to be as big. But then I decided to go on to Unsplash and find some other pictures that I could use to embellish some of the pages. So I found this moon picture, full moon picture, and I just put it at the top. And then I decided to open up this trick or treat in Procreate and trace it. So that's literally exactly what I did. I just traced it because I didn't want the stick in it and I didn't want the background in it. I just wanted it to be a PNG. So I just traced it all. I lowered the opacity of the original page so that I could see where I was actually drawing to make sure that I was making complete lines. But I really liked this design. It looks like it's just a cake topper or something like that someone took a picture of, but it looks really good. If you guys need any copyright-free photos, I would highly recommend Unsplash. I think that they have a really great selection of photos, and if you're trying to practice with any kind of like Procreate illustrations, or if you need it for any kind of graphics or literally anything, you can use the photos for whatever you want to. I don't know if you know this, but you're actually not supposed to use pictures from Pinterest for like if you want to practice, you can use them, but like if you're going to post them to Instagram or something, you're not really supposed to do that. And you're not supposed to sell stuff like that because of copyright. So if you need photos to avoid copyright, I would highly recommend Unsplash. They have lots of options, but I just wanted to put Trick or Treat down there in the corner. So here it is, all of the pages, and that completes my October bullet journal. So thank you so much for watching, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.